All right, so this is part 2 of our dilations video, and we are on example 3. Find the missing point. We just have a series of points on a number line, and we're going to read these specific notations. So we are told here that T is the center. Our scale factor is 3. And we are dilating point I, which is our pre-image. So this is my center here. Then my pre-image is Y. Okay, so remember I have like a segment between them. Maybe I should change up my colors here. So T, then I'm going, that's not much better, huh? What can I use? How about green? Okay, T, then we're at Y, this is our center, this is our pre-image. Whatever this distance is, remember if I take like from T to Y, from T to Y prime over T to Y, that should equal 3. So, if T to Y is equal to 1, if I want this whole thing to equal 3, then what needs to go on top? 3. So the point that would be the dilation from T to Y, 3 times 3 is I'm going to take this distance of 1, go back from the center and move out 3. So 1, 2, 3 lands me on P. Okay, so I know that the distance from T to I was 1, T to Y, and then from T to Y prime or T to P is 3. So that simplifies to 3 there. So my point here is going to be P. Okay, if I try that again here, I'm dilating. My center now is going to be R. So let me change up my color. Not a lot to choose from, but my center is R here. Okay, my pre-image is F. Okay, I'm going all the way to there. That's my pre-image. My scale factor is 1/2, which means this is going to shrink. So whatever my distance from R to F is, which it looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I need that to reduce by 1/2. Or if I take my distance from R to F over R to F prime, whatever that is, that should equal 1/2. So if R to F is 6, what is 1/2 of 6? It's going to be 3. So if I go back to R, I go out 1, 2, 3, W is going to be my F prime. Okay, one more. We'll do it in red this time. My center is P here. My scale factor is 4. And I'm being asked, oh, what is the pre-image if I land on R? Okay, so I'm at P to R. Looks like R is already my result. My scale factor is 4, so I'd have to think, this is already 1, 2, 3, 4 away. So where would I be sitting to have that be multiplied by 4 and end up being 4? Well, I'd have to be sitting 1 away at W. I could just kind of double check it like I did the last time. From P to W is 1. So that was from P to W should be W prime, should be P to W, and this all should equal 4. So from P to W prime, which was my R, was 4, and from P to W was 1, and 4 over 1 is 4. Okay, hopefully this is making sense. Really just a different way to ask the problem, like where would the point be placed. I am going to give you a chance to practice this in a bit. Got just another couple examples. Okay, so this one, if it says DO3, okay, so our center is O, our scale factor is 3, and we are dilating AB. Let's find the lengths, find some missing lengths here. So I know that, okay, if AB is 8 and I'm dilating by scale factor of 3, then I can get A prime B prime by taking AB times 3, or 8 times 3, which is 24. So I know this length right here is 24. Okay, if I already know my distance from the center to point B is 7, I know that from the center to B prime is going to be 7 times 3, or 21 there. So if O to B equals 7, then, wait, I guess I want to write it. From O to B prime is going to be OB times 3, or 7 times 3. Okay, similarly over here from O to A, I have 6, so if I want to find from O to A prime, I would take O to A times 3, or 6 times 3, which is 18. So I know this right here is going to be 18. You know, similarly, I could find from B to B prime then. Think about segment addition. I know the whole thing is 21. This portion is 7. So 21 minus 7 is going to give me 14. So I know this from B to B prime is 21 minus 7, or 14. I also know A to A prime is going to be 18 minus 6, which is 12. So I really could find all these lengths here just, you know, knowing a couple of the originals and how I'm dilating. All right, it is your turn to try some. The video is going to pause and ask you to answer whether you have a reduction or enlargement for these 3 examples. So take a moment to look at them and enter your answers. All right, and here we should have seen that from O to A, and then A is a little bit further. It's not shrinking back in, but it's moving out. That leaves this as an enlargement. Here, I could see the scale factor is 0.5. That leaves this one as a reduction, and a scale factor of 2 over 3. 2 over 3 is less than 1, so this is another reduction. All right, some more try on your own problems. Determine the missing point for A and B here. For the first one, we have our center at H, our scale factor of 3, and we are dilating point K. And for this one, we have a center at T. I am going to adjust that. I don't want a negative. I'm actually going to change that to 1/2. Let's do it that way. So for that one, dilating from point T as the center, the scale factor of 1/2, and we're doing that to point M. All right, so our solutions there, we are at center H, dilating point K, from point, or the pre-image is point K. The distance we already have here is 2. So if I now multiply that by 3, I'm going to move away from H 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that lands me at T. From H to T over H to K is what gives me that scale factor of 3. All right, and for our second one, we're going from T to M is the pre-image. I want to do a scale factor of 1/2, so I need to half the distance I already have. If the distance is 2, then my distance to my image is going to be 1, and that would put me at R. So I know from T to R over T to M, the pre-image, so image over pre-image, that should equal my 1/2. Okay, and last one, gonna try on our own. I want to leave you with this problem. I didn't realize I didn't have my mic played in the whole time, so hopefully the audio was good here. And yep, I will check back with you in a moment. All right, so we see here we're working with a scale factor of 1/2. So it is a reduction. Just for A prime B prime, I want to go back from AB then. Oh, I see my length of AB is 4. So I know here for my purpose of my calculations that A prime B prime over AB should equal 1/2. Okay, so if in the bottom I have 4, well, what has to be on top to make it 1/2? That has to be 2. So I know AB here is going to be equal to 2. Okay, O to B prime. Okay, so if from O to B is 8, I want O to B prime to be half of that. O to B prime will be 4. O to A prime, same thing. So if O to A is 6, half of that will be 3. From A to A prime, okay, so let's get my measurements here. That was 4, this was 3. So A to A prime looks like it's going to be 3 if the whole thing is 6, and O to A prime is 3. And then B to B prime is going to be 4. So what is the ratio of OA prime to AA prime? So OA prime is 3 to AA prime is 3 also. So 3 to 3 or 1. I mean, we kind of have a 1-to-1 ratio when not looking at the distance from the center, but from the pre-image point to the image point. All right, and that's going to conclude our notes for just starting out dilations. We are eventually going to get to doing it on a coordinate plane with some coordinates, and we will have that in a future set of videos. Leave your questions here if you have them.